Hello and welcome to Pearls of Parmadice. My name is Courtney and I'm coming to you from Parma, Ohio, where I live with my husband and all of our yarn. Today is Tuesday, May 23rd, and I'm so glad that you're here with me to talk some knitting. So grab a drink or something to work on or laundry to fold or dinner to cook or whatever you're gonna do, and let's chat. So welcome if you are new here, and a big welcome back to anyone who's returning. I'm so glad that you're here and spending some time with me. If you're new, just so you know, all of the things that I talk about should hopefully be linked down below, along with my Instagram and my Ravelry and my Pokemon Go friend code. So please join me over on one of those platforms as well. Okay, let's get started. So if you're a regular, you know I normally film on Fridays, but this week I'm filming on a Tuesday. Friday is, well, next Monday is Memorial Day here in the United States, and I would normally be working this Saturday, but it's a whole thing. I got moved to Friday, which is amazing. I now have a 3-day weekend. Very much looking forward to it. But I won't be able to film on Friday. So we're filming today and maybe a little bit on Thursday. It's later in the evening, almost 8 o'clock, and I have just gotten home from a long day. So I also don't know how long the light's going to hold out for. We'll see. This may end up being a two-parter that I splice together. I'm not sure. I do have a little bit of admin to talk about. Do I want to go there now? Yeah, we'll go there now. Let's start with this weekend, as I said, is Memorial Day weekend, and I will be attending the Great Lakes Fiber Show. I want to say it's show, could be festival, not sure, in Worcester, Ohio, at the Wayne County Fairgrounds. I will be there Sunday morning, I believe. So if you are there, please come say hi to me. I would love to meet you. And chat. That would be really fun. So I'm very much looking forward to that. It will be such a fun time. I went last year and really, really enjoyed it. So very much looking forward to that. So yeah, that's the first thing. And the second thing, which I guess I'll get into, you know what? Nope, I'm going to save that for later. Stay tuned. Big excitement. Okay. Let's get into the knitting while we still have some light. I have 2 finished objects today to talk about. And the first one, they're done! These have been on my needles since December of 2021. And I typically try not to, for myself personally, other than blankets, leave whips on much longer than a year. So the fact that these are coming up on a year and a half, feels so good to get these done. So these are the Marvelous Minis Mitts by Mina Phillip. Oh, what is her podcast name? The Knitting Expat, I think. And I'll try on the other one and show you guys. And they are done. These have been such a labor of self-love. This is the first one that I did, and it definitely had some mistakes. I really found this one to be very fiddly. It's not brioche. It's like half fisherman's rib, and I just could not get the hang of it for forever until finally, when I was finishing it, it finally clicked. This one, so much easier. Everything clicked. This has been my take-along project. If you're new here, my husband and I share a vehicle, so we carpool to work, and 2 days a week I get dropped off at a cafe, and I'm there for a few hours until my shift starts. And that is my best focused knitting time of the week. I'm not home to do other things or have things distract me. I'm not at work to get interrupted or anything, or trying to focus on other people. It's just great knitting focus time. So I finished this. This one only took me a couple of weeks, I think, to knit the whole thing. It was so quick. Much faster than the like almost year and a half that this one took. But they are done. I love them so much. They are very warm. They will be perfect for winter Pokemon Go playing, which you all know I love to do. They are so warm and cozy. Once I figured out what was happening over here, and we had some other issues with this one. I had a lady come up to me and grab my knitting out of my hand, and all the stitches slid off the needles, which, that was a disaster on this guy. Like, there were so many other things happening with this one. I'd pick it up, I'd put it down, I'd pick it up, I'd put it down over the course of months. But this beauty, so much easier. I love that it's got the thumb gusset that goes up, and these cover the cuffs of the fingers. Finger cuffs? I don't know what this is. This portion of the knit covers a good amount of my fingers. I have all the flexibility, and they come down pretty far too. So my jacket should overlap that, keeping me nice and warm. And since it is half fisherman's rib, which this one is, it's like almost perfect. I just love it. It's kind of, I don't know that you'd say double layered, but there's a lot of warmth in there. So these will be so lovely come fall when I'm walking over to work or doing Pokemon Go or whatever. That's the inside of this one. So this yarn was part of a kit, and so was the pattern put out by Lady Dye Yarns sometime, I think a couple of years ago. And because we're filming on a Tuesday night, my husband is home. He's going to get us pizza for dinner because it's been one of those days. So you may hear some noises in the background as he's coming and going, so I apologize. Anyways, kit from Lady Dye Yarns. And it was inspired by Schitt's Creek, which is my favorite TV show. And it was called Moira's Roses Garden. If you watch it, you know what it's about. And this color is, the pink is No Roses. Oh, look at that. Can we just appreciate these cables? And the gray is Apostrophes. And there was a yellow that came with it too. I chose not to use the yellow, and I don't remember the name of the color. But anyways, so I have a bunch of kits, a bunch from Lady Dye Yarns. I have advents, I have mini skein sets, I have kits from other fiber crafts, and I don't know if anybody else is like this. I'll see that somebody's putting out a kit for something, or I'll see something I want to knit, and you know, the kits are limited time usually. So I'll buy the kit, right? And then, especially when I bought a lot of my Lady Dye Yarns kits and other kits from indie dyers during the pandemic, there were so many supply chain order issues and all of that, that sometimes things would get, most of the time, it seemed like things would get delayed. So by the time the kit arrived, I was already onto something else shiny new. So we're into my next admin thing. I was thinking about this and thinking that I have all of these kits that I should start. I still want to make the things. I'm still excited about them. I've kept all the stuff that came with the kits together. They're all in like a basket. And I thought I would like to work on these along with you guys. So today I'm announcing Pearls of Parmadice's first craft along. You heard it, craft along. So the name of the craft along will be at the bottom of the screen. It's the Kit and Caboodle Cow. So what does that mean? It's going to start on August 1st. The reason I'm announcing it now, when we're not going to start this for a few more months, is to give all of you time to figure out what you're going to do, get your kit together. And, you know, summer, I feel like everybody's got a sock along going. There are a lot of make alongs. So why not start one in August? It will run August 1st through October 31st. It'll give you a nice 3 months to complete whatever kit. And yeah, I think it'll be really fun. So here are the rules. I don't like saying rules because that makes it sound less fun unless you're somebody like me who actually really likes rules. But I know most people aren't really into rules. I'm really into rules. But we won't be that strict. First thing, you must use either a kit or a set, like a mini skein set or an advent, something along those lines, something kit, something that's together, not like, yeah, you know. So it's kind of the first thing is that, which is pretty much the only thing. And the second thing, it just needs to be a fiber craft. So you can cross stitch, you can embroider, I don't know if there are spinning kits. Is that a thing? If there's spinning kits, if that's a thing, great. You can needle felt, do a needle felting kit. If there are sewing kits, not like the Dollar Tree sewing kits, but you know what I mean, like a sewing kit project that all the things come together, do that. Obviously knitting, crochet, rug hooking, needlepoint, macrame. If it comes in a kit and it's a fiber craft, we're good to go. So yeah, I really, really hope you guys join me. I'll give a little more information as we get closer to, and I'm going to host it over on Instagram and over on Ravelry. There will be prizes. Not entirely sure what those will be at or how many. It'll just depend on how many people we get to participate and things like that. If you are a project bag maker or a dyer or a notions maker or anything and you're interested in donating a prize, that would be awesome. And you can contact me about that either on Instagram, send me a message, or you can email me at pearlsofparmadice@gmail.com. So yeah, I really hope you guys join me. This is my first knit along, so if it's a little bit that I'm running, if it's a little bit rocky, I am sorry. We're gonna do our best. I've never done this before. This is all new, so yeah, I cannot wait to see what you guys create. And we're gonna talk a little bit more about some other crafty kits that are not knitting related that I picked up at Joann's this past week because I got this idea and I was so excited and I just could not contain my excitement, like full speed ahead. Which also, I have already created a group on Ravelry, so if you're interested in, just in general, being part of a group on there, or you want to participate in the knit along over there, you can go ahead and join the Pearls of Parmadice Ravelry group. So that's my big exciting news. Yeah, so I hope you join me. And if you have any questions or anything, please just ask. I'm happy to help. Okay, cat's out of the bag. I can't tell if we're losing our light or not. Probably. I know the sun will be setting soon, so if we start getting weird shadows, it is what it is. Okay. Marvelous Minis Mitts, Lady Dye Yarns. Well, it's not by Lady Dye Yarns. The pattern's by Mina Phillip. Anyway, we're done with those. Yay! Okay, on to the next thing. So, like I said, this has been my take-along, super focus-in project for the last few weeks. I finished these last Wednesday, And Monday is one of those hyper-focus days. So that brings me to my next take-along project. And this is the one I'm going to continue to focus on in those time frames until it's done. This is my Pokemon bag, one of them that my husband bought me a couple of years ago. I have a Master Ball keychain that he got me a couple of years ago too, which, by the way, the Master Ball is coming to Pokemon Go this weekend. It's very exciting if you're into Pokemon Go. Anyway, which I very much am. So, if you've been around, you already probably know what's inside. But if you're not, this is a vest, which I have forgotten the name of, but I will share with you in just a moment, that I am knitting for my husband. So here's the back. The back has been done for a little bit. And it's got these gorgeous cables running up the sides there. And the yarn for this is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Tweed. And the colorway is Lighthouse Heather. And it's really pretty. That cable is showing up so well. Maybe my lighting is not as bad as I thought. So there's the back. That's been done for a while. And let me see. The pattern is in this magazine, which you can get digitally still. So if you're interested, it is still available online. And the pattern is Man's Zippered Vest. So yes, at some point I'm going to need to put a zipper in this. I've never done that before. I want to say it's by E.J. Slayton. Is that a person? Well, I think so. Let me see if... Oh, here we go. No, it's not. It's not by that person. I might have made that person up. It's by Jaqueline Van Dillen, which I know I've made stuff by her before, so I don't know why I forgot. I'm so sorry. Jaqueline Van Dillen, Man's Zippered Vest. So that's what it'll look like when it's done. And I had cast on for the front a little bit ago, but I hadn't gotten much done. So I got from here to here all done during my focused time yesterday. So that was really wonderful. So we'll see. I would really love to have the vest completely done, zipper in, finishing details ready to wear. I would really like to have that done by the end of July. There is a chance that my husband may be moving into a more office-y kind of job within the company he already works for, and that would allow him to wear his hand knits more, and he might need to wear them more. Even if not, his job has changed a little bit over the past couple of years just with his actual job duties. And when I first bought the yarn for this vest, I don't remember if he had started his job that he's currently at or not. But either way, I think I bought the yarn before. I had been planning to make this for a long time for him. And he got a job where he started, coming home really dirty, and he didn't want to wear his hand knits because he didn't want them to snag or get dirty or whatever. But his role has kind of changed over the past year or so. And now that's not nearly as much of a concern. And of course, a vest he could just take off. So I wasn't motivated for a long time to work on this, but I'm much more motivated now. And I would really like him to be able to wear it this fall. So I'm thinking ahead to fall at this point. It's already started getting quite warm here most days. So my mind is already on fall. What can I knit and have ready for the next season? So anyways, I have that going, and you should start to see a lot more progress on this. I am really enjoying it now. I don't recall enjoying the back quite as much as I've enjoyed this piece of the front. I'm finding it to be a little bit meditative. It's got just enough to keep my interest, but not so much that I have to really pay attention. So that is lovely. And I think I said 1 or 2 podcasts ago that I wasn't sure why I wasn't enjoying cabling, that I used to really enjoy it. And I think it's just that I haven't had a lot of good focus time. I used to work part-time and I went full-time about 2.5 years ago. And since then I just have struggled with like cables and stuff. And I think it's been just finding that balance and finding that rhythm of pockets of time now to focus, like do focus knitting. Knitting I have to really pay attention to. I used to do that on my days off, but I don't get very many of those now. So anyways, that's that. Okay. Next, we'll go to my second finished object, which was not cast on the last time. It seems like every single person I know is having a baby right now. Everybody I know is expecting. And I feel like I keep saying this, and every time I do, somebody else announces that they're expecting, which is very exciting. This is such an exciting stage to be in, but whew, we're going to be doing all the baby knits for a while. So Rachel, I don't think she watches, but my friend Rachel, who is expecting, you know who you are. If you do watch this, turn it off. This is a gift. Okay. My friend Rachel's baby shower is coming up in just a couple of weeks now, which is crazy. And we'll start by talking about what I did start knitting, which I left the pattern over there. I don't recall exactly what it's called, or the designer, or the name of the book it's from, but none of that matters because I started a Fair Isle baby dress last weekend. I took yarn from my stash, just acrylic DK weight yarn that I've had forever that I don't particularly love, but that all went together that I'm trying to use up, right? And I started a baby dress. And I put quite a few hours of work into it, maybe 5 or 6. And every round was just taking forever. And it wasn't the fault of the pattern at all, although there was an issue with the pattern, but that would have been fixable. That wasn't the main issue. I just did not like this yarn. I haven't liked it since I bought it. It's just not my thing. I don't knit with a ton of acrylic anymore, but the acrylic I do prefer is higher quality. And this was just not very good quality. It just was not bringing me joy. So Saturday, I was sitting there. I had knit on this for a couple hours, felt like I was getting nowhere, really wasn't enjoying it, and told my husband, I don't see how I'm going to have this done for her shower. And also, I can't take it with me. The balls are too big. There's too many of them. And I also kind of hate this. And he's like, you need to just rip it out and get rid of the yarn. Just do it. So we went back and forth a little bit, and I realized he was 100% right. So I ripped it out and wound the balls up and set them aside to donate to an organization that my library that I work at partners with. We have a knitting and crochet group that takes yarn and creates items for the community that are needed. Scarves, afghans, hats, baby layette sets, all those kinds of things. So I thought I'll donate it to them. I've been looking at this yarn too long. I don't like it, but it would be totally fine for someone else, and it didn't work well together. So anyway, whatever. But it just felt so good. And I do not typically frog things. I am a person who, once I start something, I finish it. I may not finish it right away. Case in point. But I will finish it. I very rarely completely frog something. Very rarely. But this felt so good and I was so inspired. So I turned to my husband and I was like, let's go upstairs. Let's like go through the stash and let's get rid of this yarn that I'm hanging onto that I know I'm never going to use, that I really don't like, that I'm keeping just for I don't know why. So we went through, I would say, most of my stash and got rid of so much that just either people had given to me or that I had bought when I was a newer knitter, and or even yarn that I've really liked like a few years ago and just am tired of. And by given to me, I don't mean bought for me. I mean, my mother-in-law used to knit, here you go, you know, kind of things. Yeah, just stuff that I personally wasn't going to use. So I'm really glad that this yarn has found a great home. It's going to help people. That's amazing. And I felt so much lighter after doing that. And I felt much more inspired. So I decided to be realistic and look at the time that I have, which is not a lot. I'm going to be so busy in the next few weeks that I knew I wouldn't have time to knit this dress in other yarn. I will probably knit the pattern at some other time with yarn I prefer, but not now. So I went to my queue and I found the Unity baby hat by, and I wrote notes because I don't remember this time, Marianna Mel. This is a free pattern on Ravelry. It comes in sizes from like, I think small preemie to 6 months, which is this size, which is the largest size. And I knit this up so quick. So quick. Okay. So the yarn, I think it was left over from a project I made several years ago. So I'm not 100% sure what brand it is. I know it's 100% acrylic. Way nicer acrylic than what I was attempting to use on this dress. And I think it is Stylecraft Special DK. I know I bought it off Lovecrafts. And from looking online, I think this is the Plum colorway. I have not washed it, which is why there are still ends. The ends are woven in. I just haven't managed to get it in the washer. And like I said, it's a free pattern, knits up super quick, makes a great baby gift. It is so cute. So anyways, that's my second finished object. We're calling it done. You won't see this one again, I don't think. But there's that. All right, let's move on to, the next baby gift. So I finished that super fast. And I thought, I really don't want to just give a hat. That one I finished so quick. So I went back to my queue and I found a pattern for baby booties. They're just called baby booties by Florence Martin. I want to say she's Little French Knits, maybe. And I cast on for a pair. So this is what I have so far. And I did not work on these for very long at all, but I got this far and I really love it. I don't remember what the yarn is. I will link it down below. I know it's acrylic. I know it's Bernat Baby, maybe. I know the color is Soft Lilac. It's a fingering weight yarn knit on size 2.5 needles. and I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying this baby gift so much more than I enjoyed the dress. So I'm glad I did it that way. So glad I ripped back. Frogged. So glad. I'm going to pause for a second. My husband just came home with pizza. So I am going to leave off here. Okay, I'm back. That wasn't too bad, right? All right. Let's see. Where do we want to go next? I'm going to attempt to just film this whole thing tonight because it will make my life easier. So that's what we're doing. We'll go with these guys. All right. So my next work in progress, you all should be so proud of me. I've only been working on these since January. I finally finished the toe on my socks. So this is just a plain sock. I'm not really using a pattern. It is inspired by the Vanilla Latte socks by Virginia something, I think. Anyway, I don't know. And the black is Knit Stroll. This gorgeous, beautiful, see, my mind is going to start going. It's been a long day, guys. Bear with me. This other gorgeous yarn is by Fangirl Fibers and was a part of her 2022 Disney Monthly Yarn Club. I did not say that very well, but you know what? You get the gist of it. If you've been around, you have seen these socks many times. And I say socks because I finally have a second one going. Okay. I got stopped by the toe on this one. And this one, I started, I knit the cuff, I knit the leg. I was going. And the worst thing happened. I don't know what happened to my black yarn. I don't know where it went because I got to work last Thursday. And I opened up my project bag to do the heel. I was going to do the heel on my lunch break. And the black yarn wasn't in there. And I can't find it. I have only knit on these in like one place. I don't know. I need to actually make more of an effort to look. I really have not looked very hard. I know I have more of this in stash if I need to use it. Just not quite sure where it went. So I was foiled again, but at least I got much further this time. So there are those. Not a lot more to say about them. I really hope they're done soon. I am very ready for new socks, which is why I decided not to wait. So after the trauma that was Thursday, when I could not knit at work at all, not on my breaks, not on my lunch, not before, not in the car after, it was very sad. I thought, you know what? We're not doing that again. No, we're not. We're going to just cast on a new sock. So that's what you do. So this bag was given to me by my friend Amy, who made this. And inside is a sock set by Solstice Fiber Studio. And which, by the way, they are so lovely. I've met them a couple of times at Wool Gathering last year and Wild and Woolly back in February. So shout out to the ladies of Solstice Fiber Studio. You guys are awesome. And look at this. So the sock set is called the Salesmen. Like, look at this cake. It's so pretty. And it's showing up on camera very true to life. Not this weird, I don't know what it's doing on the side there. But, let's see, will it focus? I always do this and always assume it someday is going to learn to focus. And I don't think it, like, does that. It doesn't do that. But anyways, this is very accurate. It's so pretty. Also, I can't get enough of the heel, toe, and cuff color. So the colorway is the Salesmen. And I am doing the Hermione's Everyday Sock pattern by Erica Lueder, which I know everyone has knitted by now, but I have not. So it's a pretty simple texture, which is nice, just enough to keep me engaged, but not quite a vanilla sock. So I am enjoying that. And I love this colorway. I think it's so fun. And it was a new sock. And kind of like ripping out the baby dress, casting a new sock was just exactly what I needed. Especially in this bright summer fun color. I love it. I just needed a new sock on my needles. I feel much more inspired as far as socks go now. So that is great. I think that's everything I've worked on over the last couple of weeks. There probably was more because I did knit a bit more at the cabin after I filmed the last time. But honestly, I don't remember. So that's what I have for today. Okay. If you are only here for the knitting, that's all the knitting I've got. But if you're here for the stash editions and the kit editions, you're in the right place. Okay, stash editions. So, Two Sheeps LLC, I'm pretty sure that's the name of the shop, had put up on Instagram that they were doing a de-stash at $10 a skein. And I don't know if you guys have bought hand-dyed yarn lately, but which I totally understand. The price of everything is going up, so the cost of yarn is going up a decent amount. So, you know, which is rough on a library worker budget. So I saw $10 a skein and I thought, okay, I love a good mystery skein. I just adore that. I adore not knowing what it's going to look like, especially if I have absolutely no idea. It's so much fun to me. There aren't a whole lot of colors that I just absolutely won't use or won't wear. So it's very exciting to me. So the first skein I got, the first time I ordered, I just ordered one skein. Yeah, just did one. And I got this. So it's Coast to Coast hand-dyed yarn, which I've never heard of that dyer before. And, oh, it looks like my camera is saying we have lost our light. So let me turn on the ring light. I'm going to apologize for any weird lighting that happens right now. Let's see what happens. Whoa, that's really bright. We do not need that much light. Wow, that is not flattering. And we're going to take my glasses off because otherwise we're going to have a lot of... Okay, well, it is what it is, and we're just going to go with this. Okay. We don't have too much more to go. So, like I said, sorry about the lighting. This is Weeping Cherry is the colorway. And it's 100% superwash merino fingering, 438 yards for 100 grams. And let me show you guys this. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? It's just so pretty. So I got this and it was so much fun. I haven't bought a lot of yarn this year and I have totally missed being a part of a club or anything where you open and you don't know what's inside and it's a surprise and it's amazing. So that was super exciting. Loved it. So then I was like, oh, that was so much fun. And I had just, the day that it came had been kind of a rough day, a really rough day. And I thought, you know what? We're going to treat ourselves. I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to order 2 more. At $10 a skein, and it came super fast. It came from New Mexico, which is not anywhere near Ohio. It came so fast. And the day that my other 2 skeins came, you know what? we'll do these first. So the other two skeins came, right? And I go to open the package and I'm like, wait a second. And I'm feeling it. And there's 3. I can feel 3. And I'm like, oh my goodness, there's 3. So the people behind Two Sheets were so kind. And since it was my second D-stash order, they sent me an extra. And that, like, if you know me, you know I live for the extras. I am a little bit extra. Let me show you what they sent. Oh my word. Okay. So this is Cloudborn Woolens, wool fingering twist. I don't know why I'm reading this upside down. I can certainly turn it. And it's the teal heather colorway. And I have never used Cloudborn Woolens before. And it's so pretty. It is showing up a little more blue on camera than it is in real life. It's got a little more green in it. But again, the lighting. And then a second skein, also Cloudborn fibers. Cloudborn fibers is, I guess, what this is called. I was thinking woolens. I don't know. Cloudborn fibers, whatever. Same base in the emerald heather colorway. And again, that's blowing out just a touch. Oh, that's a little more like it. These two would make such a great shawl or maybe color work or something, but look at those. I love these. These colors are already so in my wheelhouse. I am really excited to turn them into something. And it looks like, I didn't even look at the yardage. 402 yards. So it's on the smaller yardage side for fingering weight, but that's okay. These are just gorgeous. I'm so happy with these. So then my little freebie guy is Solid Series The Loopy U, which is another one I have never used. So all of these are yarns I've never tried before. So that's really exciting. And the colorway is Robin's Egg Blue. So this is a 2-ounce skein, it says, and is 220 yards. Does it say what weight it is? I think it's fingering. Could be sport, though. I don't know what it is. Fingering, probably. I think it's fingering. Whatever. It's really, really pretty. So, and again, it's blowing out a bit. Ooh, that's about right. So even these 3. This is a little bit thicker, though. But still, look how pretty those are together. I don't know where that string is coming from, but whatever. So pretty. Oh, yeah, I do. These are the ends from my mitts that I cut off right before I started talking to you. Okay. So then the same day that those came, it was Package Palooza in my mailbox. So exciting. Because the first installment of the quarterly Fangirl Fibers Barbie Club was there. So if you are doing the quarterly Fangirl Fibers Barbie Yarn Club and you have not received your first installment yet, look away, look away, look away, look away. And actually, hang on just a second. Hey, Mason, could you turn that light, the floor light, on for me? We are really losing light over here. Let's see if that fixes anything. Oh, that helped. That helped quite a bit. All right. Whew, there we go. That's a lot better. Okay. Ready? Look at that. Look at that. And if you're new here, you may not have noticed. If you have been around, you probably noticed my nails are pink. I have never had pink nails on the podcast. I couldn't tell you the last time I had pink nails in maybe ever as an adult. but I'm feeling the pink right now. I am really feeling the pink between my mitts, between the yarn. Like, this is truly Barbie pink. Look at that. And it's called Barbie. And then there's this really cute little acrylic stitch marker of the classic Barbie head logo. So again, that is Fangirl Fibers. The dyer behind this. Oh my goodness, we're having glare issues now. Emily is amazing. Could you guys hear that? There are so many house noises today. Sorry about that. By the way, just since we're talking about pink things, if you haven't been around, this is our podcast mascot. She is tired, just like me, and her name is Stellina. She's our flamingo podcast buddy. Anyway, Fangirl Fibers, so excited. It's a 3-skein club, so there's 2 more coming. And I know it doesn't come with a pattern, but will come with pattern suggestions, I believe. So I'm very excited to see what the other 2 look like and what she suggests. So that's all the yarn that I bought, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Let's talk about my trip to Joann's. Actually, first, we'll talk about one of the other kits I am considering doing for our craft along, our kit and caboodle craft along. And it's one I picked up at Joann's last year, I think. And it's this embroidery kit. I have really wanted to do more embroidery. I've done a tiny bit, but I would really like to get better at it. And this one I think is really pretty. And I believe you get both of these in the kit. So that is a possibility. And part of why I'm showing these and part of why we bought so many kits is just to give you some ideas of, a lot of you, if you're a knitter or a crocheter, you're already familiar with the kits from those crafts. But examples of some other things and some other things I might be doing. And I actually said we because my husband, most of the kits in here are his. He's going to be participating. He doesn't really knit. He loom knits, but we looked for loom knitting kits and that's not really much of a thing, at least that we could find. So let's see what's in the bag. Sorry for the crinkling. So, this first kit is one of his. So he does not crochet, but he picked up this kawaii animal cuties crochet kit from Joann Fabrics. And it is pretty cute. Like, I don't want to give away anything because obviously it's a book he bought, but it does show what it comes with. Oh man, we're gonna get the glare from the ring light. Sorry. It looks like, from what I can tell, you get the stuff to make this guy, maybe. I don't know. He's pretty cute. Pretty cute. So we'll see, but like there's, here, I can kind of show you. There's like a sloth. There are so many cute little guys in here. A lot of these are on pattern pages. Sea otters. They're super cute. So we'll see how this goes because, oh my gosh, a little dino. Look at him without the glare. There we go. So we'll see because he doesn't crochet, so I don't really know how this is going to work, but it's fine. A cockatiel. Oh my goodness. So many cute things. So that was the first kit that we picked up. Oop. All right, the next kit, I'm just reaching and grabbing at random. Okay, they had a bunch of these, and I think there's more in here, of these little stitched DIY jewelry kits. So there's like embroidery floss on these wooden I don't know what you call them, pendants, I guess. So that's one. And if you are near a Joann Fabrics, we were in the clearance section for, not for the crochet kit, but I think everything else we picked up was in the clearance section, and they had a ton of other kits. So you've got lots of time if you are thinking you want to try a new craft, do a new craft kit. I would urge you, if you're able, your indie crafters, your indie dyers, your indie cross stitch thread, embroidery floss, oh my word, dyers, fabric dyers, all that could really use your support in these difficult economic times. But again, these are difficult economic times. If this is budget friendly for you, I want you to participate. Go get a $2.97 jewelry stitch kit and do that. Okay, so that's the first one. Let me see what else is in here. Oh, this is my, I think, one and only kit I picked up. And of course, it's a little flamingo. I have wanted to try cross stitch. I haven't tried it yet. And this looks small enough and doable enough that I think I might actually do it. I have found I really struggle to be bad at other crafts. I've reached a point where I'm good enough at knitting that I don't really want to do craft that I have to be bad at for a while. But I really want to learn cross stitch. And this would be so cute to put up. We'd put it up on the wall during our podcast, right? So I got that one. And then, what's this? Oh, another jewelry kit that my husband got, which I will probably be maybe be the recipient of these. And these are little stitched earrings. Those are cute. Again, just a couple bucks. And, oh, here's another one. So this is his. He decided if I was getting a cross-stitch kit, he was going to get one too. So he got this cute little dragon with a heart. Adorable. So we may try these before August because I told him he can participate in the knit along, craft along, but he can't win a prize. So, we might start these before August and do that together. I think that'd be really fun to learn a new skill like that together or to attempt. So there's that one. And let's see. Are those all the kits? I think those are all the kits. He has a bunch of planner stuff in here that was not a kit. So that was our big, exciting Joann's shopping spree for kits. And there were a ton of other ones. We may go back and get a few more. I may go back and pick up another jewelry kit or two for you guys for some prizes. But yeah, I really, really hope you join me. I think it's going to be so much fun and something a little different. So yeah. Okay, friends, time for life update, and then I'm gonna go. It's almost 9 o'clock. It's been a long, long day. Okay, life update. Obviously, we made it home from the cabin. We had a wonderful, wonderful time. Wonderful time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go back and watch the last episode. It's very short. It's only like a half hour. Lots of cute animal pictures. Oh, it was such a lovely vacation. Just absolutely the relaxing break that we needed. That was lovely. We came back and the weather's been nice for the most part, so it's been great. Last week was more house noises. This is what it is on a Tuesday night, I guess. Yeah, last week was a little bit rough. My family lost my great uncle very suddenly, so that was hard, made for a little bit of a hard week. So we weren't able to go to the funeral as it was being held out of town, but I did go visit my grandparents on Saturday morning. It was my grandpa's brother, so I decided to go be with them and bring a little bit of cheering up, I guess. So we talked to them about our trip. We had a nice visit there. And then we came home. I don't think I did anything. Oh, that was when I did my giant stash clean out, was Saturday afternoon. And then on Sunday, I cast on the baby booty, did the hat, all that. Then we went out and picked up my brother to do community day. We went to a local town that we really like and did community day on their square in Medina, Ohio. And we went to Sweets and Geeks, which is like such a cool concept. So they have all of this candy. It's like a huge candy store. They've got, I don't know, different candies from all over the world. They've got like nostalgic candies. They have all the soda. They have, I believe, ice cream. We didn't really even go in that part. We've been here before, but they had recently expanded majorly. The part that we went through for most of it is a store with like all the fandom things that you could possibly think of. There's a ton of Funko Pops. There's Pokemon, which, you know, Disney, which of course I'm also a huge Disney fan. There was, I mean, Friends and Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers, The Wizard of Oz, Golden Girls, Rick and Morty, other anime things like Naruto. My husband is laughing at me, but says I'm pronouncing this right. Naruto, Warhammer, which is a thing my friend Shelby's into, but I don't really know anything about. Tons of board games. You can borrow board games and play them, and they do trading card things like with Pokemon cards and all kinds of stuff. I mean, Mario, Animal Crossing, Zelda, you name it, they probably have something themed. Marvel, DC, Star Wars, all the things. Anyways, my youngest brother, for my birthday, gave me a Sweets and Geeks shopping spree, which was so much fun. So he set a limit, an amount, and I got to go through the store and pick out what I wanted, as long as I kept it at that amount. So if you guys are interested, I can show you what I got next time, or I could just tell you about it. I got the Haunted Mansion, Disney Haunted Mansion Magic Kingdom Edition board game, which I've been really wanting. I got a Score Bunny plushie. I got a really cute Easter basket Tugapee plushie that I wish I brought over because it's so cute. And then I also got a Buzz Lightyear, a Lightyear t-shirt from the movie Lightyear that's done by Funko Pop, so it's kind of cool. Which, depending on how long you've been watching, you may know I knit the Stephen Westall Zoolandia in Fangirl Fibers Disney Yarn of the Month Club 2022 Buzz Lightyear colorway to go see the movie Lightyear, because we love a good theme over here. Anyways, it was very fun. It was such a great Sunday afternoon. It was Fennekin Community Day. If you play Pokemon Go, so much fun. We all caught at least one shiny. I think I won. I caught two. And yeah, so that was great. Tonight, I got home late because my husband and I went over a friend's house who is fostering kittens at the moment, and they are at that perfect cute little stage where they're super playful. So we played with kittens for like an hour and it was amazing. Anyways, that's my life update. Upcoming life updates. Saturday, this weekend, there are shadow raids in Pokemon Go. Very excited about that. Shiny Mewtwo's, potentially. Shiny Shadow Mewtwo's. I don't know. That's very fun. And there's a Pokemon event at Sweets and Geeks. We're going to be camping this weekend. We'll be near there. My parents have a seasonal campsite. We'll be out there all weekend, which will be so nice. We haven't been out yet this season, so very much looking forward to that. And looking forward to going to the Pokemon extravaganza. And then Sunday's Great Lakes Fiber Show or festival, whatever it is. So, whew, lots going on. Anyways, I am tired. The energy is waning. So, I am going to let you guys go. I am going to go finally settle down from work, settle down from my day. It's been a big day. We also have chicks at the library I work at. Well, we didn't when I got in this morning. We had eggs and they started hatching. So it was very exciting. That's another thing. Summer reading starts this Friday, which in the library world is like the big thing. It's like our summer reading kickoff is like our Christmas. It's huge. It's a big deal. So, and I am working Friday, so getting ready for that. Yeah, just a lot going on. Anyways, as I said, I'm tired. I am going to go take a shower and probably crash and go to bed. But I will hopefully have this up for you all on Friday like normal. And I will see you again in June. Can't believe we're almost to June. Cannot believe it. Anyway, friends, I hope you are having a wonderful week. I hope that you have a great weekend. If you are in the US, I hope that you have a lovely Memorial Day weekend. I hope you get some extra time off work, extra time to spend with your family, or just some extra crafting time. And while you're over there crafting in your little corner of paradise, I'll be here crafting and knitting away in my little corner of paradise. I don't know where I live. It's paradise. I'll see you soon, friends. Bye.